These are the eyes of a psychopath.
Wow, that scared the eggs right out of me. I mean, gobble gobble. Hi. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. I'm still here and I want to do another video because, hey, it's Thanksgiving. It's my day. And for once, I'm not getting my head chopped off because Thanksgiving's been canceled. Nah, 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 nah. This means another year them getting me bigger and fatter and plumper. So when they cut my head off, I have even more meat to serve. Anyways, DSP is still throwing a fit about The Last of Us 2. Snort. First up, the award for Best Storytelling goes to The Last of Us Part 2 for its sprawling emotional journey with the original game's Ellie. Congratulations. Golden Joysticks Awards. Didn't even know they existed. But apparently, unlike the video game awards, this is actually like fan voting. No, 5 journalists get together and go, that game wins. Why? Because we said so. Wait a minute, DSP said her video game awards should be voted by the fans, not by 5 journalists. Well, Golden Joysticks are voted by the fans, not the journalists. And yet he still has an issue with it. I wonder why. This game has some of the worst storytelling in 2020 in any medium. Really? What other mediums do you know? Mr. I'm too busy to watch TV. I'm too busy to read. Well, he can't read anyways, but he doesn't watch TV according to him, or read, or do anything but play video games all day, every day. He's too busy. So what other mediums would you know? Just saying. But how did they win this? But then realized nobody in any gaming feeds talked about this show until today, and I have more Twitter followers than them. The Golden Joysticks people, whatever. Yeah, he probably does have more followers, although they're all banned, but that's the point. But the Golden Joysticks Awards is hosted by a different group, and that group has a lot more followers. But DSP wouldn't know that because it didn't pop up on his Twitter feed. To elaborate, I had to be totally okay if the game won best gameplay, graphics design, and certainly accessibility. It deserves a lot of accolades, but story isn't one of them. Simply reordering events of the story would have made it a more enjoyable game, and that's elementary stuff. Like you would know anything about making a video game. Dude, you're too lazy to edit the videos that you make. What makes anyone think that you have the time and energy to fully edit this stuff out? No, you wouldn't. I fully expect to see The Last of Us 2 win at the upcoming Game of the Year awards for all the wrong reasons. There's homosexual stuff in it. We don't know how much he hates that. You can't stop a game that was unjustifiably given 10 out of 10. It wasn't a 10 out of 10, it was probably an 8 out of 10 at best. By almost every major media outlet, people who didn't buy into the hype of inclusion didn't like the game nearly as much. There you go. Inclusion. You mean there's homosexuals in it. Terrible. The point I'm making here is, snort, give me money, is a major problem with people who dismiss criticism of The Last of Us 2. Even if you like the story, you can judge storytelling elements objectively. When the hell did he's been using this word a lot, objectively. Being told out of order, time skips, flashbacks, and pacing issues make the story a mess outside of content. Has this man never watched Pulp Fiction? Has this man never watched Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? I mean, sure, you get a little bit of the time skip, flashback, whatever, in the Boondock Saints. Great. All 3 of those movies are great movies. Those are all great movies. And guess what? They tell stuff out of order. You'll find a dead body, and then flash back to how the body got there. You'll be having a police scene, whatever, and it's like, alright, well, here's why the police are there. Flashback. Or, I think it was Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I shot the one guy, well, where's the body? Oh, he lived. Where'd you shoot him? In the head? Why isn't there a body? What did you do, shoot him with a pellet gun? Then, obviously, they flashback, go back, whatever, and you see, yeah, it's England, so all he had was a pellet gun. You guys like, dude, I think I just got shot. Why aren't you dead? It's a pellet gun. Great movie. Watch it. But yeah, have you never seen any of these movies? Like how even Herder, I don't like the story. Why? I was confused by the flashbacks and the time skips. Really? Did you not watch The Witcher on Netflix? That has a lot of time skips and flashbacks. Like there's some great movies and TV shows out there that use this element. He'd be completely fucking lost. Herder, I don't get it. Why are the McManus brothers on the run now? Weren't they just talking to the police? Yes, this is a flashback showing they're on the run, but then you find out they're not on the run from the police, they're on the run from this. Oh my, he doesn't like the story because he gets confused by the time skips and the flashbacks. Of all the issues with the story, with all the issues that The Last of Us 2 had with their story, the part that he didn't like was being told out of order time skip flashbacks. Because it confused him. I repeat, he didn't like it because it confused him. Like, really? The whole, yeah, she just slaughtered thousands of people to get to this one person that goes, you know what? I guess I'm not going to kill you because that will just continue to cycle of violence. Well, you're about to have 1,000 people come after you because you killed 1,000 people. And now all their loved ones will be like, well, hey, she killed my wife. She killed my husband. She killed my son. She killed my daughter. She killed my friend. I guess we're going to get revenge. So the cycle will still continue, just not with that one specific person. Goddamn. The cycle of violence has been done way better. Great example, The Dragon Prince on Netflix. Way better example of the cycle of violence. How the protagonists try to end it. Last of Us 2, yeah, don't go to that for end of violence cycle. Nobody even knew the award show was going on. I follow all video game feeds on Twitter. Way to admit that you don't watch any news except for Twitter. If it doesn't appear on Twitter, you don't know about it. It was never mentioned anywhere until The Last of Us 2 swept them. I have more Twitter followers than the show does, so that speaks to its popularity. Again, like the thing that hosts the Joysticks Awards, they got a lot of followers. They're pretty big. But the actual, like, oh, hey, the very specific Joysticks Awards page, not so much. Because that's all it does. And I was like, all right, well, oh, hey, guys, it's been a year. Time for this to pop up in my timeline. Yeah, I'm not following them. My God. Man, I hope you don't... Oh, Memento's another good one. With time skips and all that. Pulp Fiction. Give her a like. Buzzword. Oh, not only is it objectively being peppered into his language, he's now been using the word pertinent. Pertinent to the discussion. Like, if you're going to use the word, you might want to learn what it actually means, Jackwagon. Let's see, does anyone else... You need to watch more DSP if you don't understand his words he doesn't understand the meanings of. Yeah. Ask Phil what bad pacing means and watch his eyes dart around the room as he scurries to come up with something that sounds semi-coherent. This is why Phil's words are buzzword-worthy. Total out of order. No, not by the general description. It's not trying to be a memento or anything. Flashback time skips, yes, they're in the game, but nowhere near the levels of confusing he's implying. Pacing issues. Yeah, that happens across the board with a lot of games. Oh, what was it? There was a game where it's like slow pace. Like you go for like 18 hours is just storytelling and walking and talking to people. Do a mission here, do a mission there. More talking, more walking. And like, oh hey, final boss fight. 30 minutes of nonstop action. Like, oh shit. That time of night, is it? It's about 1 a.m. Oh, sorry, yeah, 1 a.m. Jin tweets. Mind you, I can't get up any earlier, guys. I can't start my streams earlier. I can't get up any earlier. Why not? Because I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning getting drunk and playing WWE Champions. To conclude, The Last of Us 2 has problems. It does. Most people have gone over the game's issues with fine-tooth combs and explained them better than Phil ever could, rather than just regurgitating buzzwords that he most likely parroted from his nearest Google search. Yeah. The flashbacks were supposed to give context to the characters. Story isn't told out of order. You play two perspectives. Oh, that doesn't make the game objectively bad. DSP just wants to try and justify his hate for the game. He never gave it a chance. Drive the keys to your glass house, buddy. Yes, there are issues with the story and all that of the game. Again, the ending of the cycle of violence. Whatever. It's been done before. But there's a reason why that trope gets used, because it's a good trope. When done well. Not so much Last of Us 2. But yeah, anyways. I just love that his main complaint was, it's confusing, guys. Time skips. Out of order. I was like, if someone's out of order, it's just, you see this person doing this, then they cut to this person doing this, and they're like, oh, hey, it happened at the same... Holy shit, could you imagine if he tried to watch Saw? What was it, Saw 3 and 4? Because those take place at the same time. But you don't know that they take place at the same time until the very end. And it's like, oh, that's the twist of the Saw 4 is that they take place at the same time. Like, oh, mind blown. DSP. I don't get it. What's the big deal? Kat, Jim, Tyrone, why are you guys freaking out about this ending? I don't get it. Ack. Terrible. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hopefully you get to enjoy it. Even if you don't get to spend time with family. I'm thinking about just buying a turkey leg. Throw it in the Instapot. Put it on slow cook. Ooh, a slow cooked turkey leg. I'm going to have to look up recipes for that to make sure that's a viable thing to do. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.